Today we're at Bay Lake Towers and we are going to be doing a room tour and room review for a 1-bedroom lake view villa. So come on in. Okay, this is our little entryway. First thing I noticed is abstract Mickey. And I do like there's a little shelf here to put little knickknacks on. Alright, right behind Brad, I notice some sort of closet. Oh, okay. So this is your, let me see if there's a light. No, there's not. Hold on. So this is a nice little supply closet out of the way.
That's where your iron, basic hotel stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So right away we have this extra little half or bathroom. It's not even a half bath, but it's like a pocket bathroom.
Well, it's a full bathroom.
Yeah, it's got a shower tub. First thing I notice, bottle sized.
No pumps.
No pumps.
Got the shower. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shower head might be a little.
So we're gonna do Brad's height test. You gotta take off the hat though.
Oh, whoops. Well, no, actually, I think you're okay. So I'm
Okay.
about 6'2", to let you know. So yeah, a little bit taller, be close, but it's not actually that bad.
Okay. And I like this little sink area. All right, so a little bit of storage down there, no drawers, but they made the most of it with their space.
Fan's loud.
Yeah, fan's loud. So let's come on in.
Oh, by the way, there's the toilet.
All right, and there's another little closet here. Oh, your washer and dryer, very important.
Okay. Pretty standard DVC affair.
Yeah. All right, and then we walk in our living room kitchen. I love the abstract Space Mountain artwork here and this nice little breakfast nook, kind of breakfast bar, if you will. And then you've got the extra seating with this little
island.
little
breakfast
island,
bar.
yeah. Nice thing is I like islands, but this is on the small side. This would be hard to do so if you look at this whole kitchen, it's kind of like a corner of the room. So I feel like if you're trying to make a big meal or lots of people, that this kitchen would be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, what Kim's talking about is this island is really short, and maybe it'd be better to show if you're a tall person what I'm talking about here. This thing is really low. I mean, it's my hip is right here.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to do anything, you're going to be really low right there.
So me being vertically challenged, this is great. I'm not the tallest as compared to Brad, so this is a decent height for me. But even then,
it's still a little low.
Yeah, I'm 5'5", so this is, yeah, it's okay space. Now, it's interestingly enough, and they put some drawers and storage on this side. So you got your silverware, some pots and pans.
No.
So that's an interesting use of the
Paper towel, cutting board.
All right. Oh, I almost missed this little. Oh, it's like a little lazy Susan.
No, pantry.
Pantry.
Pantry pull out.
I like that. That's a nice. And then you've got your fridge, freezer.
Seen its better day a little bit. You can see some
definitely some wear and tear. Oh, got another one of these little drawers. Lots of little hidden storage.
Okay. Up above the fridge, which is where you got your.
Yeah. Over here, you got some more utensils.
And the poles are nice and big.
Yeah.
It's interesting they put the glasses up so high.
I know. I was just thinking, like, I might have a hard time trying to reach the wine glasses in the back. And then.
Got like a platter up there, and then.
Oh. It's kind of a fun little dish.
Okay.
This is a very abstract room. I could tell that. So lots of storage for the space they have.
Mr. Coffee coffee pot. Nice size oven.
Okay.
And, oh, interesting. Oh, that's weird. Different. It's a different.
I think, like I said, this room is very abstract.
Is there anything about there? No. Okay.
Okay. So I feel like this room is very abstract. Your little living room. I believe this is a sleeper couch.
Yep, it is.
Sleeper couch for one. You've got your pull-out sofa. All right, and you got your extra linen. And then, this is new to Bay Lake Tower, is Hey Disney. So those apparently just got put into the rooms recently, so that's exciting. And then you got the Bay Lake Tower abstract art.
The monorail and
Yeah.
it's cool.
So we're gonna pull out the sofa sleeper chair and the other sofa, and we're gonna show you what that looks like if everything was pulled out.
And we're going to go to it now.
We came back later, pulled out the couches so you guys could see. Actually, there's plenty of room. We probably could have done a little bit better organizing the pillows, but plenty of space to walk out. And more importantly, over by the door, still plenty of room to walk by the open bed. The one thing I'm noticing here is if you had 3 people in this living room, it might get a little tight for storage for your luggage.
And with that, I think it's time back to the tour. And we're back.
Okay, so living room, the next thing I noticed is there's a really big TV.
Yeah.
A little bit of storage, not as much as usually for a DVC in the living room, but
They got a DVD player down there, so that's kind of nice if you have DVDs still.
oh, okay. A little bit of storage.
And then you have an entryway to the porch here.
We'll go in from the main bedroom, and this is our view. It's a gorgeous view of Bay Lake. All right, so let's go into the main bedroom. All right. So the first thing we walk into is there's a little closet behind the door. Pull open. You're safe.
Okay.
The usual. All right, and here's the bathroom. I like this big soaking tub with the jets. You got an abstract of the castle artwork. Nice huge sink, plenty of storage.
Kind of weird thing is those cupboards are really recessed back. We kind of
Oh, here.
Yeah, underneath the top.
Okay, and the next is a shower. I like how there's a rain can and the other shower.
Which is a good thing because this is not hitting my head. That is hitting my head.
All right.
And
Two
there's
different-
a nice bench too.
Yeah. Nice little shower. All right, let's go and take a look into the main bedroom. Okay, nice little hooks on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, we did bring our stuff in there. There's a little bench seat. I'm gonna move.
It looks like they have a little drawer there. That's fine. Hello.
Hi, I wonder, does this pull up?
Nope.
Okay, no. Okay, so we got a hidden Mickey. That's a nice little Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy artwork there. Nice big bed. King bed. All right. Little drawer, little storage by the bed, but there are no USB ports here.
And I was gonna say there hasn't been one USB B or C port in this room.
Okay.
So there is a plug-in on this side of the bed by the lamp right there. That's a 4 plug-in, and There are plug-ins here. And this is where the desk is. So.
Then, kind of nice little drawers for this room.
Yeah. What's interesting though is you look behind you. Is that TV doesn't really fit the space.
Oh, it's a small TV.
Huh. I just found it interesting.
All right, so it's kind of a smaller type size room for a DVC room, but let's go take a look out at the patio.
Before we do, then you got that chair that's sitting right there. We forgot to mention that.
Oh.
And the door's skin-proof.
Okay, so this is definitely child-proofed. There we go, nice heavy door. 2 little chairs out here, small patio. This is a small balcony, I feel like.
That's okay.
Now, the nice thing is, at night we should be able to come out and see the electrical water pageant. And if we pan to our right, kind of see Magic Kingdom. I don't know if we'll be able to see fireworks from here or not. I'm hoping.
Can we lean?
Well, I don't think I want to lean too far.
It's a long way down.
But it's a beautiful view. Absolutely small patio or balcony space for. This room has up to 5 people that can stay here, so this balcony's small for 5 people. We're gonna get back to you after we've stayed here for a few nights and tell you what we think about this room. So stay tuned for that.
So we're back. Obviously, we're not at Disney's Bay Lake Towers anymore. So what do we think about it?
Well, first of all, let's start out with that first small bathroom in the living room. I love it when a 1-bedroom DVC room has an extra bathroom. It gives us a lot of flexibility.
Yeah, having that full bath with the toilet, the tub, shower, and that really small sink area is still nice to have, even though, well, it's just me and Kim this trip, but we know with Hayden that it gives him a nice area to get ready and us a separate area.
Plus, it's nice, if I'm getting ready or something, we're not literally trying to move around each other and get things done at the same time.
Yep.
So, next up was the kitchen. This is kind of interesting because we kind of had mixed feelings about it.
Well, I had a different feeling than Kim had on it. For me, the kitchen, the counter space seemed a little small. It didn't seem like there was a whole bunch of counter space, but that island is there. But that island feels really low to me and kind of out of place. I don't know what it is. It's just something that really bugs me about that positioning of that island.
Okay, that's an understatement. The whole time you were like cursing that island. You hated that island.
Well, because it's sharp edges, I kept running into the edges of it, and it was kind of close to the dining area where you eat. So for me, it's probably because it was so low, I just kept running into the corners and saying some nice non-Disney words.
Non-Disney friendly words. Yep. Yeah, I heard a few of those. But, the interesting part is I thought it was okay. I'm about 5'5", and for me that was a comfortable height. For Brad being like 6'1" to 6'2", he was uncomfortable with it. The thing I would think about that is if you have little ones is making sure they don't bump their heads. Yeah,
and the other thing is they do have 2 chairs there. And unfortunately, if you're getting ready, those chairs face away from the TV. So that could be a little bit of a problem. And the dining area is not exactly right where the TV is. So if you're trying to eat your Cheerios and watch TV, it may have to happen in the living room.
Okay, so I feel like that was kind of the mix. But I liked that island counter, so like I said, we're very different on our opinion on that one.
Just like I said, it felt awkward to me. Its placement, its height, everything felt awkward.
All right, so the other thing about the kitchen is there was a lot of storage in that kitchen for the space that it occupies. Yeah. So I felt like if I were going to be making a meal in there or storing groceries for the week for breakfast or something like that, that would be really great space.
Yeah, I really love that pull-out pantry style that they have, so you can put things at different levels. So that'd be great if you have little ones for their little treats on one area, and then just work your way up for like the coffee for us adults a little bit higher.
Okay. The other thing I thought for me is I had a hard time reaching some of the glasses, or some of the shelves were really high. So that's where Brad's height came into play.
Yeah, and I could see both ways on this. Yeah. It's kind of nice to have them out of the way so the kids won't grab them and break them. But it's also nice for Kim to be able to grab them without breaking them.
I didn't break anything, but
But some of those plates in there those triangle plates were actually really cool though.
I did like the plates. So next up is of course the living room. That was a nice sized living room. That part I was impressed with probably the most.
Yeah, I really love that living room. It felt really open and spacious with everything closed up. Obviously, you got the couch beds and everything in there, but the big windows in that living room are just awesome to look at night and have them open. It was just a great view, and it didn't feel closed in.
So first of all, I think the couch sofa, the one thing I'll say is it was really hard to sit on. It wasn't comfortable. And when we pulled out the bed to look at how much space it would take up in the room, just to like lay down for a second, I was uncomfortable. So I prefer the new Murphy bed style that they've been doing. Hopefully that's to come. But for kids, they can sleep anywhere. They're not the ones worried about their backs and hips.
Yeah, and those old style pull-out couches for when you pull them out for beds, they're not always comfortable for anybody. So it's something to be aware of, but we'll get a little bit more into that a little bit later.
So anyways, when you had that pulled out and you had that like single pull-down bed that's underneath the TV, there was still a ton of space. You could walk around all sides. You weren't trying to move around or figure out where you're going to go in that space. It was really great.
Again, Kim and I did not have this in this configuration. It was only me and her on this trips. But when we had it pulled out, we're like, wow, there's a lot of room in here.
And then also there was a nice place to store a lot of clothes in the living room. They kind of had their dresser area. So that was really great.
Yeah, and you also had that closet that right when you walked in that you could hang up clothes and everything else from the entryway.
And then, of course, those floor-to-ceiling windows were amazing. We had the most beautiful view of Bay Lake, and that was probably my favorite thing about our room.
Yeah, they're so nice that both of us had to say it twice. Yeah, there is one other thing we've been starting to see put into DVC resorts, which is Hey Disney.
Okay, I love Hey Disney. It's just kind of fun to ask, Hey Disney, tell me a joke. Hey Disney, what's the weather today? Hey Disney, tell me a bedtime story. Hey Disney, play park sounds. It's all fun. So much so that we actually bought a Hey Disney for home just because we love it so much.
Yeah, and those, just to let you know, those do have slides so you can cover the cameras if you want to, or if you really don't like them, just unplug it.
So next thing is the master bathroom. It was a good-sized bathroom.
Yeah, only downside for me on that bathroom was there wasn't dual sinks.
Yeah, I think we both really enjoy when there's dual sinks in a room, just because it's easier to get ready if you're trying to wash your face, brush your teeth, etc. Sometimes it's...
Yeah, but I can see where some people would really love to have that huge counter space without the dual sinks too. So
yeah, I do like counter space.
As far as the rest of the room, really that tub is really awesome. That jet tub is really nice to have with that sliding privacy door.
It's like a sliding window almost.
Yeah, it's kind of a split because I would love to see, I could see taking a bathroom wanting that open space and not feeling closed in, but also can make you feel like you lost some privacy. Yeah,
so that's it's a little unique feature that Disney does. So I don't know. Yeah, I think it's kind of I could take it or leave it.
As far as the shower, it was pretty much just a normal size DVC shower with a nice little foot shelf, as you want to put it.
Yeah, just kind of a little bench area that's built in. But honestly, I'll say compared to some of the DVC showers, this might be on the slightly smaller side.
And what's been great about the Contemporary, as of right now, they're still using the tube type of soaps and everything else, and not to that whole pumps in the shower yet.
So the individual bottles instead of the pumps installed on the wall.
And of course, we know that's going to change into the in-shower pumps at some point. And again, we'll get a little bit more into that here in a little bit. Let's go from the main bathroom to the main bedroom.
So honestly, I walked into the master bedroom and I was disappointed. It was on the small side for a DVC room. I was like, I'm not liking this room.
Yeah, you almost could see it Kim's face when we were doing the tour. She's like, oh no. Because we really, a lot of times we walk in the room and that's when we do our tours, is immediate for our first impressions. And it is a little small.
So the other thing is, I noticed immediately there was a lack of space. As far as they do have closets, but there's really not a good space to put your luggage in the room. So if you wanted to store your things, it was a little bit harder. They've been going to those beds where you can put your suitcases away underneath the bed. I really like that style. I understand this resort is not updated yet.
Yeah, it's a little bit dated right now. One of the big disappointments for me, as a lot of people know me, I love electronics, was lack of plugins that are in convenient areas and USB plugins. Over by our nightstands, we had to reach behind and plug into so we could plug our phones and everything else. And we just like to have our phones right next to us when we're at bed.
Yeah, I just like having the phone there. When the alarm goes off, hit it real quick and just take a moment.
Or get up at 7 o'clock and make that really quick Guardians of the Galaxy reservation. And then go back to bed.
You need that lightning lane.
The other negative for us, and this is very preferential, is that bed was actually pretty hard.
It was. I don't know what it is about Disney lately, but they've been going to harder beds in general. I like a soft bed, so that's like an extreme for me. That's obviously personal, but if you like softer beds, this wasn't it.
Okay, let's go out to one of the best features, but one of the worst features. Is that the way to put it?
Absolutely, and I think it'll make sense in a moment.
So what we're talking about is the balcony. The great thing about that balcony is you can access it from the living room or the bedroom.
The nice thing it is, we had the most beautiful view. We really enjoyed it. We spent a lot of time out there. We were able to watch the electric water pageant at night and just kind of sit down with something to drink and look out and just kind of decompress for the day. And it was a nice way to end the day.
What makes it really bad is if you have several people on that balcony, you're going to be cramped because it is small.
Yeah, there's not enough seating. This is one of the smaller balconies I've seen for DVC. So I think in that point it's disappointing because if you had the 5 people in the room, it would get awful crowded. Yeah,
but of course, I guess you also could be looking out those big bay windows too.
Yeah.
You just lose the sound a little bit. Part of the things that you've been hearing us saying, we'll talk about that later, is, we talked about the dated rooms. Well, this resort is it's actually overdue for a major refurbish.
So the second part of 2024, the refurbishments are supposed to start. They're going to last a year. I feel like this resort desperately needs it. It was just with the space, putting in Murphy beds, hopefully over and the fold down couches will be a big improvement.
Just updates on some things like the washer and dryer for us. Unfortunately, the dryer didn't work and we had wet clothes because we do some laundry and throw them in the dryer and leave for the park. And we came back there like, they're soaking wet. So we do it again. Unfortunately, we had to change resorts with wet clothes in our luggage.
So we actually did call downstairs and tell them that our washer and dryer wasn't working. Or our dryer, I guess it is. And we wanted to tell it it's not necessarily to get anything out of it. But if I were checking into the room next, I would hope the person ahead of me would call and say, hey, there's a problem. Can you fix it? We're checking out right now. They were really nice. They did. They gave us a compensation for it. Didn't have to do that.
We didn't even ask for compensation.
Yeah.
We were just trying to let them know, hey, it's not working. So maybe you want to get somebody up there before they run into the same situation we were.
Right.
We weren't worried about it because we were actually going to another DVC resort that had washer and dryer in it. So we knew we could throw it in the dryer. It wasn't a huge issue for us.
But the nice part was they did take care of it. They sent somebody up immediately to fix it. But once again, I think sometimes like if people were checking out, they might not make that phone call. And it is helpful, I think. Just because, like I said, if the person ahead of me would have known about it, because the initial response was also like, you could have gone down the hall and dried your clothes. Well, we were checking out. We were gone out of the room. We weren't expecting this, and we have to go.
Another thing that we're hoping to see with these updates, and which Disney has been doing, is putting that storage under the main bed. So that's so nice for your luggage. Just like we said, we'd love having that. Hopefully we see that.
I will tell you, when I first walked in this room, because of the bedroom and being smaller and the balcony was smaller, I was just kind of like, oh, like this is a lot of points. Like I think I was expecting more. But I'll tell you, as we stayed in that room, it grew on me. So I was a little surprised. Like, more and more, I was like, you know what? There's some great things about this place.
Yeah, I really could see where parents would love this just for the access for Magic Kingdom, how close it is, the different modes of transportation. It really did grow because we were like, worried about the room size. By the time we were leaving, we were like, you know what? This wasn't so bad. We liked the room.
I would probably wait to go again until after that refurbishment is done. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if this is the top of my list of DVC resorts. Is probably
I think the point value is kind of hard.
High.
Yeah, and for us not having a younger child that wants to go to Magic Kingdom all the time, it's hard for us to justify. But I would totally see parents with youngers that really want to go to Magic Kingdom all the time. It'd be totally worth it.
Or if you were doing something that was special about, or you want to be at Magic Kingdom more. That's definitely something, or if you were doing a special event for a weekend, like let's say Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party or something like that, then I could definitely see where the benefits of this resort goes up exponentially.
So would we stay there again? Yeah, we both enjoyed it.
Like I said, I think I'd wait till after refurbishment, truthfully.
Yep. Okay. So with that, I think it's time for us to say goodbye and
find your magic. Bye everyone.